The hardest person to forgive is yourself. So let's talk about how we can do that and why it's important. Hey guys, it's Ileka. So if you don't know me, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm a mom of 4 who lost 120 pounds through the ketogenic diet and exercise, mostly HIIT and strength training, right? So after losing 120 pounds, I decided to start my own program that I developed myself based on the ketogenic practices and based on my style of keto and the way I lost my weight. So I have several clients, and I also host keto challenges, which are also kind of a group coaching session where I help others lose weight as well. So I'm really excited about it. Anyways, so today what I want to talk about is forgiveness, right? Really, I want to start off talking about what we do and why it's important, right? So when I talk about forgiveness, I'm talking about forgiveness of ourselves. We tend to hold a grudge against ourselves, honestly, in so many ways. So I know for me, when I lost my weight, right? As I was losing it, and then even after I lost it, and even now, I think back and I'm thinking, I always think about all the stuff I missed out on because of my weight. Like we did family pictures one time when we were going to do family pictures. And I thought, oh, why don't I just do, my husband and the boys? This was before my daughter was born. But I didn't want to get in the picture. It was a family picture and I didn't want to be in it because of my weight. Like, that's weird. And I think about that and I think about, how sad that was, right? It makes me sad now thinking about it. But those types of things and those types of moments, like I look back at pictures and I know you guys see mostly, like when I show my before pictures, I have like 5 total. And the reason is because I wouldn't get in pictures. But anyways, like things like going outside and playing in the snow and running around and doing those things, I just wouldn't do them. Like I just, my knees hurt and and my back hurt and I was always in some sort of pain. And so I couldn't do it and I regret it because I feel like those are moments that I missed, right? And so I sit there and I think about it and I blame myself. Not thinking about the fact that my kids are so young, they don't even remember it. All they remember is me now and how much time I spend with them and how we're having so much fun. But I still think about that and I blame myself. I haven't forgiven myself for it and I'm working on it, right? The fact that I worked in corporate America so long, and while working, I'd work 12-hour days a lot of times. So again, not spending a ton of time with my family. And I think about that. I remember thinking, wow, I would love to spend a whole summer just me and the kids, and I would sit there again blaming myself for not being able to do that, right? Just being really down on myself for it. So it's like we have to think about things, or we have to sit there and instead of blaming ourselves, we're our own biggest critics always, right? Our own biggest opponents sometimes. And we have to step back and try and forgive ourselves. Take those steps to forgiveness, acknowledge, okay, it may have been a mistake or it may have been an issue, but also acknowledge that it's in our past. It's something that's happened, and move forward. Understand that you can move forward. We don't have to stay stagnant, right? We don't have to continue to think about those things. Like the moment we're able to let those things go, we can move forward happier and in a better position. So like I think back, right? I blame myself for so many things. I'm mommy guilt to the 10th degree. I talked about this before. When my daughter was born, I got a tubal ligation, right? And tubal ligation has side effects that people don't really necessarily know about. Well, and I'll go into that in another video. But the thing I want to mention here is, if you, person watching on YouTube, right, that I don't have a personal relationship with yet, ask me a question about some ailment that you have and how how diet affects it, I'd be researching, Googling, I'd be reading white papers, I'd be doing all these different things so that I can figure out how I can help you, right? To help you make the right decision, right? Meanwhile, my own personal body, my own self, tubal ligation came up. I know at the time I was stressed, I was tired, I had 3 little kids and was pregnant with my 4th and just extremely tired. And I thought, man, it'd be easy to just not have any more. But I was never somebody that wanted to do that, honestly. But I did it, right? And I did not do any research. I didn't even ask questions to folks who had gotten them before to see if there were side effects. Because it's been around so long, so I didn't think about it. But meanwhile, anybody else on anything, I'm doing tons of research. I had it done. I had the tubal ligation done. And I have some side effects from it. And I blame myself, right? I haven't forgiven myself. I've not forgiven myself for doing that and not doing the research in advance. So it's like, so it's another thing, another situation where we blame ourselves for past mistakes, right? And we really have to get past that. The only way to move forward, like, I literally had an epiphany today. I called my husband immediately and I'm like, babe, I realize why I've been so sad and so down. And it's not every day, but you know, last year, the end of last year, I talked about how I gained weight at the end of last year, with holidays and being busy, but also with having some tough times. And I realized that a lot of that was sadness over not forgiving myself, over blaming myself for making a decision. You know, in the past, long time ago, it was 4 years ago, and I still think about it. It still haunts me to this day because I feel like I should have done more. And we all do that. We all blame ourselves for things that have happened so long ago, and there's nothing that we can do about it anymore. So we need to go back. We need to let it go. We need to acknowledge, yes, it was a mistake that we made. It's in the past. We can't change the past. So all we can do is move forward. And we don't gain anything by constantly thinking about what we messed up on. And so the smartest thing to do and the best thing to do is acknowledge what we've done, but move forward, let it go, move beyond it, right? And I'm saying this here, right, I'm to you guys, right? But I'm really saying it to myself because I really need it. I really need to move past it. It literally haunts me. Like, I don't talk about it a lot, and one day I'm gonna have the courage to make a video about tubal ligation and why it's something, again, to get my tube side, and why it's something that I shouldn't have done. But I haven't had that courage just yet. But it haunts me, and it's something I shouldn't have done, and it's something, you know, I know the steps to forgiveness. I know how to forgive other people. And I do it all the time. I don't hold grudges against anyone else. But when it comes to myself, I always do. I struggle with forgiveness when it comes to me. And I wish that I could just let it go. And I'm trying, and I'm going to, because I can't keep holding on to this. I can't keep blaming myself for a decision made when I was tired and scared and had so much going on, you know. So I've got to forgive me. I've got to forgive me in order to be the best me that I can be. And I held in those tears. I'm really proud of myself for that. Close. I didn't hold it in all the way, but kind of. But anyways, and I want you to forgive you too, because the only way we can move forward and be our best selves is if we forgive ourselves. Whether it be forgiving ourselves for poor eating choices, poor decisions that we've made with relationships, with jobs, with anything. We have to forgive ourselves and let it go. Leave the past in the past and move forward. So I'm working on it, and for this, I'm going to do it. I'm going to forgive myself. Every day is a battle, right? It's a battle to try and get to that next day, to that next step. And I'm going to right now commit to forgiving myself for making some past decisions. That one in particular. So, and one day I am going to do the video on getting my tubes tied and why it was not for me. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you got something out of this video. Most of my videos are about weight loss, and they are a lot more happy and fun and funny. So anyways, please subscribe to my channel, check out some of my other videos, and go to my website to see what I'm working on. It's lifehealthnow.com. I'm always trying to inspire. I'm always trying to get folks to think about how they can move forward and be their best selves. And I'm always trying to think about how I can move forward and be my best self. So let's get it going. Lifehealthnow.com. Check out what I'm doing, how I'm trying to help folks to get healthy on any budget. That's my plan. So let's get it going, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. And check out my next video. It should be here or here or here or here. And also my website. The link to that should be here or somewhere around here. So subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care, guys.
Don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to watch my mom's next video.
Oh, okay.